with, I don't know, for
Harry
creativity.
was on shrooms for Fine Line, and I think that's an upgrade from his first album.
Yeah.
Do shrooms the next time.
What Casey Musgraves was on shrooms
a lot of people do shrooms.
So what's the lesson? What's the takeaway here, guys?
If you want to make music,
do shrooms. Hey kids, do shrooms.
This is a sponsored.
We're sponsored by shrooms.
Click the link below to get your personal package 10% off your first package of shrooms.
Hi, welcome to Talking Gems.
Hi, I'm Onyx.
I'm Phoenix.
Alasia.
And I'm Lauren.
And thank you for tuning into our podcast. There's a lot that happened this week regarding, the music industry. But first, I want you guys to hit subscribe on Apple Podcasts and follow us on Spotify. And then we can keep on rolling. But yeah, this is a very eventful past 2 weeks regarding music. Yeah. There was a lot of, hearsay that the Grammys is rigged.
Yes. I mean, we've been known this.
We've been known this ever since, Malcolm Moore beat, Kendrick, Jay-Z.
What do you mean? Was that not rightfully so?
Or
No.
think
Did
about
you not
it.
hear Thrift Shop?
Before then, Diana Ross never got a Grammy. So
Really?
Yeah.
Katy Perry never won a Grammy.
Tupac.
Catherine Perril
Catherine.
never won a Grammy.
Never.
Never. Not even for Teenage Dream.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cultural reset.
Honestly, that's an honestly good song. It's
Yeah.
like, I think she is one of the victims of like, oh, it's pop, it's not good. Because there's times where it's like pop is good and sometimes pop is bad. It's like this weird thing. And I feel like Katie was definitely one of those people who was in the phase of like, oh no, like the kids love it, so like it's not good. But Teenage Dream,
It was amazing. They used her, even Dark Horse, they used her for performances time and time.
Yes.
She was always at the Grammys performing, but she never got any award. It's just, that's tragic.
How unfortunate.
Tupac and Biggie never got any Grammys either.
Or Ice Cube.
Yeah.
It's just like so many legends who haven't received Grammys. So I think people are just finally like waking up because people are paying attention more. Plus it's quarantine. And with that, the Weeknd snub, that's a really big snub.
And the fact that we know it wasn't because he wasn't nominated or, in the conversation, it essentially, what it seems like is that he was supposed to be on the nomination list. He decided to accept that Super Bowl and they said, okay, we're gonna just put in the next person. We're gonna take his name out the slot and put in the next person.
Yeah.
because I mean, Weeknd not being nominated is like, I think is objectively one of the biggest albums of 2020, and not just like because of charts, but because it's popular. Like, it's critically acclaimed. Like, it's an actual good album, and it's winning every other award in the universe. And you're talking about he doesn't get nominated. And it is The Weeknd. Like, this is somebody that the whites love, the blacks love. Like, this is, everybody loves The Weeknd. He's accepted everywhere. He's dated enough white models. Like, he's here to stay. So it's just like, I was expecting him, like, honestly, I expected him to win. Yes. Because I feel like his album is objectively, like, I feel like everyone, like, okay, it's good. Like, your personal favorite, like, my personal favorite album obviously is like Harry Styles' Fine Line. I know that's not gonna be everybody's like pick to win or something, like Ungodly Hour. Yes, that could win album of the year to me, but that's not everyone's pick. But I feel like The Weeknd was someone who's big enough, who's has the critical acclaim, has the popularity, and I thought he was like an even ground for everyone to agree on.
Of course.
And for him not to be nominated
for any category,
for anything, is like yummy.
Yeah.
Changes.
I obviously
Yummy got nominated for like record or song of the year.
Yeah, I was about to say,
it's not the big ones. Let's go through.
Okay. Say the wildest ones, because I didn't see any of the Grammy, the noms.
Okay, so for record of the year, these are the big three. Record of the year, Black Parade by Beyonce. Let's just the fact that Beyonce has one of the most, she's tied for most nominations this year. Beyonce
doesn't make sense.
I think she has the most nominations.
Yeah, she has.
She has the most, but she's tied with somebody else.
I thought Taylor and someone else was tied.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought she was tied with Dua or something.
No, Dua, no.
Dua and Taylor. I think
Wait, is Black
tied.
Parade the Lion King?
Yes.
No? Okay.
That no one like. Okay, we
I
all
didn't
love
even listen
Beyonce.
to the song until like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
For a class.
It's one of those things like we all love Beyonce, but no one thought that was gonna get nominated for a Grammy. No one. Not album of the year and not record of the not in those categories. If anything, people thought, oh, best like film.
soundtrack.
Film soundtrack.
Yeah.
She was nominated for like short music video or like short film
Yeah.
for music.
See, that makes sense.
So yeah, those
That-
make sense.
that makes
We're
sense.
going off of just the song.
This is record of the year. Okay, and then Colors by Black Pumas.
Okay.
I know your favorite band ever. Like you
I
bumped
stand
it.
They
Black
could
Pumas.
sever.
Amazing, their
Amazing, but-
connectors, amazing. Because like I looked them up, I was like, who the heck is Black Puma? They sound good, but I was like, no one was checking for you.
Yeah, didn't they
Yeah.
only have 300,000 subscribers?
Yes.
I mean, it's cool that they were able to put their foot in, but okay, The Weeknd. Come on now.
Even Lil Baby, like
Roddy Ricch.
The
Roddy
next,
Ricch.
yeah, which is
Ooh.
the next nomination, Rockstar, DaBaby, and Roddy Ricch. And then it's Say So by Doja Cat, Everything I Wanted, Billie Eilish, Don't Start Now, Dua Lipa, Circles, Post Malone, Savage, Meg Thee Stallion, and Beyonce. That's also how she got some more noms because
Yeah.
of the Savage remix.
That
makes
makes
sense,
sense.
yeah.
The one that doesn't make sense to me, well, a lot of it doesn't make sense, but Circles Post Malone
Okay.
is a little bit of a question. It did play everywhere, but again, if
I
that
never
was
heard
nominated, why is The
No,
Weeknd?
okay. I feel like I
not
always
nominated?
hear, I'm always seeing Circles like on lists and stuff. And I'm like, who? I never hear anybody talk about Circles. I literally listened to, I think half of it, and I was like, I'm bored and stopped listening. I don't understand.
I mean,
I
People like
never
Post Malone.
heard it.
I feel like if Circles, I feel like what
It's
was it?
a
If Sunflower
Wait,
was
that's
nominated,
the song, right?
yeah.
If Sunflower was nominated, then it makes sense
yeah.
for Circles to be nominated.
Yeah.
So that's why I
Yeah.
didn't really look
Also-
at it because I was like,
Same.
Billy,
Sunflower.
I love Everything I Wanted, but record of the year, I don't know. Like,
It was a good song, but
I
I don't feel
really
like
enjoyed
people
that
really
song.
was.
no one
listening.
checking. No, I know.
Yeah.
It's just there was other songs that could have been nominated for record of the year.
Like We
Mhm.
Paid.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
What is-
I heard that
what is that?
everywhere.
It-
You know that little vine of Tony Lopez? What's his name?
I don't know.
I forgot. It's like he's like dancing shirtless, and people are like, "Oh my gosh, we're in hell!" Like, never mind.
I've never seen
I don't
that.
know.
keep up with the
It's
TikTok.
so funny.
people.
No, We Paid is with Lil Baby.
It's
and,
a TikTok dance too.
And ooh, what's his name?
Oh, that little short one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
who looks 15.
only reason I wasn't surprised by Everything I Wanted because I have seen it on lists, like Rolling Stone, and like I've seen it throughout the year of like really getting hype, of people just really liking that song. So I wasn't surprised. I mean, I don't know. I feel like is what I don't feel like this year in some ways. I don't feel like it was that good when it comes to music for like the big artists.
Mhm.
Like I don't feel like a lot of the big artists had
I
their
agree.
best work this year, but because of these are like the songs that are big, those are the ones being nominated.
Mhm.
Because it's like Post Malone, yeah, like that makes sense. He has a Grammy nom. Am I in love with Circles? No.
No.
Like, you know, it's like I feel like there's some big
Yeah.
songs.
I'm just confused on if you guys are gonna choose smaller artists to like all of a sudden highlight. Then I'm
No.
confused on why
They're
Circles
not.
and everything. No, they did. They chose Black Pumas. No, I'm saying the artists, the small artists that they chose to highlight. I'm confused on then why they didn't choose other smaller artists
Like they
to
keep
choose
choosing
over the big artists.
this like white woman for the R&B catalog or category.
Yeah.
I'm just like, who is she? No one looks for her music
Her name's
unless
what's it, like King something King?
something King.
Honestly, for record
El
of the
King?
year,
Huh?
El King?
No.
No.
Oh.
She's like not popular.
for
Oh.
record of the year and song of the year is very like popular big artists, and then album is where they try to be like, oh, we inclusive.
Yeah.
Because other than Black Pumas, everyone else, you know these songs, like you know these artists, you know these songs. For song of the year is pretty much the same. Black Parade again, Cardigan by Taylor Swift, Circles again, Don't Start Now, Everything I Wanted, I Can't Breathe by her, and If the World Was Ending. Julia Michaels.
I don't
like that
understand.
I never.
Okay, I like her,
It's really
but
cute.
again, I Can't Breathe makes it, but then Little Babies, nothing makes it for him.
Like his little
The box. I forgot the box.
protest
Yeah.
song made it. Like
No, but not for in the rap category. It didn't make it for, and his song was bigger than hers.
I didn't even know her had a song.
But
like
look,
that.
we know how much people are like. I don't know what it is. I like her, but her is just, she must connect with people on like
Yeah.
some
The
spiritual
industry loves her.
love. She is not. I feel like
Her first
every
first
single
projects,
year.
though.
Every single year she's gonna get nominated. Like, she just needs to drop one song, is gonna get nominated.
Yeah,
I
and a
agree.
feature. She was nominated multiple times in features.
Yeah,
this year.
I
Yeah.
just, I don't.
She's great.
Her
but
recent stuff has not
It has not.
hit
It's- yeah.
as those
Yeah.
first couple of projects, but it doesn't have to hit for me. Apparently, it hits from the industry.
It
Yeah.
hits for everyone else though. Like
Yeah.
people love her last project. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
Like
I mean, she's talented. You can't
The-
take that away.
Was that no, that's probably from, I remember like last Grammys where she had like that poetry, that
Yeah.
one.
Mm-hmm. Stop it. Yeah, because there was an episode, guys, we did on the Grammys.
Last year.
you
Last-
guys haven't heard
It never
yet.
made it out.
And we tried so hard.
We recorded it like twice. And it was
3
like
times.
no, it was
we?
twice for
Really?
the noms, and then we did it for the show.
Oh, okay.
So
I just felt like it was so much.
yeah, because there was like 2 hour. It was a 2 hour long pod, and it was just like intense. And it's when her album was nominated,
Yeah.
and she didn't make top 5 for any of us.
Yeah, she didn't. I'm sorry.
At all. I remember wanting to love it.
Her first album would have topped it, or been top 3 at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. Okay, so then album of the year is Black Pumas. Okay, I don't want to butcher this. Chilombo, Johnny Echo,
A queen.
Everyday Life by Coldplay.
That's so
I like how
random.
everyone was like, "Wait, they're still together? I thought they broke up."
No, guys, I literally went to their goodbye tour
Why?
because my friend in college, she was a TA for a professor, and he bought tickets for him and his wife.
Oh, I remember
Yeah,
this.
and he couldn't go, but he was like, "Oh, you love Coldplay," and then she asked me, "You like Coldplay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I know all the hits." I never went to a full Coldplay album at all, but I knew all the hits. And she was like, "Do you want to go? Free tickets, whatever." And it was supposed to be their goodbye tour. Like, this is it. We're wrapping it up. They're going to the greatest hits. Honestly, though, amazing concert. It was like in the stadium. They put out all the stops. Did not realize how many songs I knew because their career is so long, but no, they're supposed to be done. So the fact that there was an album,
No one knew about it.
I feel like is nominated so because they want them to keep going or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. D Jessie, is that D Jess?
I didn't know how to pronounce.
I don't know what it is. Volume 3, Jacob Collier. I don't know who this is.
I listened to the album.
We all will eventually.
Yeah, I listened to it. I mean, and let me just say this, because I don't want to screw you guys. I want you guys to listen to it. It makes sense that it was nominated because he's white.
Oh,
Okay.
But it's good.
Wait,
But
is
it makes
this-
sense because they're like, oh my gosh, so different. Like, that's what
he
I
has kind of like
feel.
a slow, because I remember I went on Spotify one time and his album was like promoted like on the front page for me, and I was like, who? It was his debut, right? Or am I thinking of somebody else?
It's not his debut.
No idea.
No.
No
Huh,
idea.
okay, then maybe it's somebody else.
But his sound is, I don't know if you guys know who Hiatus Coyote is. That's what he sounds like. That's his sound.
okay.
It's very much jazz, funk, eclectic, fusion, has R&B undertones, but I wouldn't classify it as R&B, but they would classify it as R&B. A lot of sounds and instruments and experimentation.
Is it like Tomish?
I guess. I don't really know Tomish that well.
Okay.
Okay, and then it's Women in Music Part 3 by Hayam.
That was good. I appreciate it.
I am a fan of them. I haven't listened to that full album, but I am a fan of them. Future Nostalgia by Dua Lipa.
Finally.
which, you know, I don't think we talked about in the pod, but she has been very snubbed this year with the other like Billboard and VMAs. Very weird, very, very weird, because she's
honestly, I would
her fans, she rakes in the views and the money.
I would have expected her to be nominated for one of those other award shows and then snubbed at, or quote unquote snubbed at the Grammys.
Yes.
But I'm just happy she's finally getting a little recognition. Like whether or not I actually think she should actually be here. I mean, I like her. So
I heard my
but
first Dua Lipa slander today, and I was like, "Oh, I've never heard anybody talk bad about Dua Lipa ever."
I've heard people. A lot of people don't like her.
Oh, I did not know that.
They think she's bland.
Yes,
Which,
someone called her, I think, unseasoned and can't sing.
Yes.
Oh, that's the
so,
can't sing is incorrect. But unseasoned, maybe.
Yeah, I definitely think she's bland and unseasoned, but I also think she has great style, and she has a unique tone.
Yes.
You know, is she a belter?
No.
No. But I don't think everybody needs to be a belter. In fact, if everybody was a belter, I feel like music would be
That'd
so
be a problem.
boring. So I think she has a unique tone. Anyway, so then the next album is Hollywood Bleeding, Post Malone. I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
I was
he was being
expected.
nominated.
And then Folklore. But oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
That is unprofessional.
I was on Do Not Disturb. How did that go off?
Sometimes that you have to like go into your settings and like do all that.
Super weird. Okay. And then Folklore was the last album.
Interesting. And she has the Disney deal now. Okay.
Oh yeah, what is her thing with Disney?
I don't know.
She has like a little documentary coming out.
It's already out. I've seen it on Disney Plus about making
Folklore.
I don't know. I was like, did you put my phone on Do Not Disturb?
because they can see this on it.
I know, but
we can still hear it.
Okay, yeah. We'll just cut it. We'll just cut it out.
I'm like, it's not. It's a cutout. Like, did you?
So even though there's so much more with the Grammy noms, like Teyanna Taylor saying, "Y'all snubbed this woman in R&B."
Yeah,
we're gonna move on because we can go on forever.
I just want to say, I'm so happy that my husband Harry Styles was nominated 3 times for a Grammy.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that's a major accomplishment.
There's Chloe Halle. There's a lot.
There's just so much drama with the Grammy noms this year. We can't cover it all.
We're gonna have a whole Grammy episode since we have time.
Yeah, 2 episodes dedicated to the Grammys. We're going to listen to all the main categories and then the categories we want to listen to, and then we're gonna rank who we think should win and rank our top, and then we're going to do one after the Grammy results. So be tuned in for that.
But now we're going to move on to all the new music that dropped the past few weeks.
I'm exhausted.
I'm overwhelmed. There was like multiple drops yesterday or like 2 days ago. I was like, well, by the time you guys listen to it, it's probably like a week, but I was just overwhelmed. But why don't we? I don't know why. They got me excited.
Oh my god, you sent that, and I was like, "Girl, what?"
I didn't know that. I thought that was
boy band.
Okay, do you remember the boy band that there was a point in time? They're like all these little white boys, and they had a music video where they went. And me and Phoenix cackled about that for literally like 2 weeks.
Vaguely,
we go breaking up like cell phones.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So you put that and Shawn Mendes in the same sentence?
Yes.
They're on the same level.
They're
kind
Are
of.
they?
A little bit.
I have
like of talent. Yeah.
Of talent. I'm sorry. Why don't we is talented?
They're talented.
I literally only like listened to those 2 songs.
You should.
By them.
They have good bop.
to their
I don't want to like them.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
But they kind of ran around the same circles, like that Vine circle.
Yeah.
No, they look like Viners.
Yeah,
they look
so
like
I'm just like,
TikTokers.
Shawn Mendes and them, they are kind of similar to me.
I mean, Shawn is a lot bigger still.
No, he is a lot, but they're really big too.
Yeah,
in terms of like American boy bands, they're like the top ones.
Which is weird because I look at their reviews, they get so many views, but I think they get stuck in like the teeny bopper.
They are teeny bopper.
Even though
they look young.
but their music is not teeny bopper. So I'm like, oh wow, but if you look at their views, they're getting just as much as Shawn Mendes sometimes. So they just haven't crossed over yet where they're getting recognized. Boy bands kind of got like, I don't know.
Unless they're like Korean boy bands.
Yeah, they kind of aren't being recognized right now in America, which it's okay, but they're doing fine. The stands
come
love
back.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were trending pretty high for their
they were
single
trending
drop.
number 2.
Yeah.
No,
I know that.
Good for Good for that.
Okay, yeah, and then they were trending higher than Sean, honestly.
But I also feel like when you have a long like release times, it's hard. You know, like it could be a lot of competition versus like somebody who just like boom drops. Because he trended multiple times throughout like the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's just like trending fatigue.
I agree.
We listened to half his album so far.
It's good.
It's good.
I like it.
It's good.
It's
Sean?
solid.
Yeah.
Oh, when did it come out?
Yesterday.
Oh, okay.
I like it because like the music and the instrumentals and how it's produced and composed, beautiful.
Yeah.
We watched his documentary on Netflix, and we kind of see like behind the scenes of his involvement in this album, and it definitely seemed like he was very instrumental and like production heavy. And even when there was like something on Spotify's doing stories or something. Whoa. So when I was on Spotify, like I looked at his story for the album, and he was like talking about his influences, and he was really like production instrumental heavy this album, and I'm really excited. I liked the 2 songs, Wonder and the one with Bieber a lot.
Yes.
Monster.
We've talked about this.
Really
We've talked
good.
about
I'm
that.
very excited from the music videos to that will come from this.
Long hair is
The long hair, the curls.
Yeah.
You just need
Always
to drop that person, and
He'll be so much better. I think
there.
knowing that a lot of these songs are about her, it's just like, ugh.
it is definitely it's not making me fall in love with it. This period, like I'm gonna enjoy the album. I know I am, but it's just like I could enjoy it as much knowing that it's and he keeps saying it. It was like another interview. He was like, "Yeah, I mean, like these songs are about Camille." I'm like, I'm tired. Sean, you need to shut up.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to listen to it? Okay, then you should shut up.
Who else dropped? I know Rico Nasty dropped.
Yes.
I listened to that album.
Fire.
Fire.
Since we're gonna talk about Meg, I stopped listening to Meg's album halfway through when y'all started because I was listening to the album, and we'll get into opinions later. And I was like, and then I think it was you who said, "Yo, this Rico," and then I was like, "Okay, let me go listen to that."
I was so close. I don't even know how I ended up on Flo Milli, but somehow even like through like my goal was like I'm gonna listen to her album again, like great news, good news. And then I was like listen to like Tina Snuck. People said that's like a really good project. I'm like, okay, compare and contrast. Somewhere in there, I finished all of Flo Milli's last album. I don't know. I don't know.
Millie is hard though.
Yeah.
Millie is so good.
I don't know what happened, but I almost was tempted like, let me go to Rico. No. Don't go to Rico Nasty. You're never going to get through Meg if you go to Rico Nasty.
It was an experience. I wanted to run outside and just stump on the ground.
I'm really excited.
I saw a tweet that she retweeted. It was a girl that said, Rico Nasty music makes me want to bite people.
Yeah.
I was like, I understand that sentiment.
I was
like
excited.
so hard.
I have a feeling about this album because I mentioned it a long time ago. Like I had
You
a
did.
feeling. I was like, Rico Nasty is dropping at the end of the year, and something when I saw the announcement, I was kind of like, I don't know what it is, but I know I'm gonna love it. Like I felt it this whole time. Like I was like, I don't know what it is, but I was like, Rico Nasty dropping, and for some reason, I'm really like, my body's saying there's something here for me, and I'm really excited to listen to it.
She
now.
just makes you like, I guess she's just unapologetically her sound, and I don't feel her like trying to fit into some type of. It's giving me a way more like metal heavy Doja Cat. Like Doja Cat, like she genre bends, but I feel like Rico Nasty just found what she likes and just mixes it all in one song. Instead of like Doja, she's like, I'm gonna do pop this time. I'm gonna do R&B. I'm gonna do rap. I'm gonna do a little twang. No, Rico Nasty
all
said,
of it.
Put it all in.
That's it. And then like one of the collabs she had was with Amine.
Yes.
It was really good. I love when they collab together.
Yeah.
And Amine actually dropped to his deluxe version of the album I did not know he dropped earlier this year, which I'm disappointed.
I think I've listened to that one.
But people are like, it's so good. I'm like, wow, there's so much music coming out.
Yeah.
That's just overwhelming.
It's
Wow, I have to listen to
overwhelming.
all of it.
It's like, I feel like someone else dropped, but I can't remember.
So it's like all my personal people are dropping, but then we have listened to all the albums for the Grammys. And considering like I think I listened to like one album from album of the year. I've only fully listened to Future Nostalgia. I've heard parts from other albums. Like I heard parts of Janae's.
I haven't listened to Janae's
parts
album
of
yet.
Hyams.
I'm disappointed in myself, but
We
I'm
had to
kinda
wait.
Scared.
Yeah, I was
Because people were
scared.
hyping it too much, and when people overhype certain things,
Yeah.
you expect a certain caliber, and
I mean,
doesn't
the stands are
deliver.
always gonna do that.
Yeah,
but I guess
no, I was getting it from
non-stands. And
Oh.
Janae never had stands like that. Like
Yeah.
it was like people who liked her, we like her.
Mhm.
And so when I saw everybody freaking out, I was like, oh crap, I don't know how I feel about that. Cause
It just scared me after a while.
because when they freak out, I don't know if I'm like they freaking out about Meg, and I was like, okay,
Should we move on to
Yeah.
yeah.
we've
So
been alluding to?
well, we're talking about R&B now. So Teyanna Taylor made a big little hoopla yesterday.
oh yeah, she's retiring from
Oh,
music.
her.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah. Don't retire.
I
Don't
think
do it.
it's kind of connected to her not being nominated for the Grammys.
But she wasn't going to be. She wasn't the next.
There's no way she thought she was gonna be nominated.
Honestly,
What about the
Grammy.
Soul Awards? Did she do
Soul
well?
Train?
Yeah,
she was
Soul Train.
nominated for Soul Train, I believe.
But of
But did she
course,
win
She's not gonna
anything?
win.
I don't know.
She's
It,
not gonna
it
win, I'm
already.
sorry.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I know her was one big, and then
Summer Walker.
Summer Walker won something. I don't think Tiana could have won one thing, but I don't think so.
No, yeah. Because honestly, I was surprised by Summer Walker not being nominated for Grammys.
Yes.
At least for like R&B category.
Yeah.
I was like, that's interesting because her album was like very
Mhm.
revolutionary, I guess.
And then Lettucey should have been nominated.
Mhm.
Like I was thinking all the people who would be nominated before Teyanna Taylor, even though she is talented, it was just a lot of people got snubbed, so she wasn't even fifth on the list.
Okay. I think my thing with Teyanna, I know she's a great singer. I know she's a great performer.
Mhm.
It's just like I always forget she sings. So I never
Yes.
really look for her music. And
I always see
when
her as
it
a dancer
plays-
first.
Same. She's a great
Yeah.
dancer because I've known her for her dancing and like judging from like American Best Dance Crew.
Mhm.
So like I always known her as a dancer, not necessarily like a full like overall artist. But like whenever I see her perform, whenever I hear her sing, I'm like, oh no, this girl's talented. I'm just like, there's something missing.
It's she.
I don't know.
You know what I think is because I don't know why she's retiring. Obviously, she's feeling overlooked, but I think it's the passion. Like, does she actually love it, or she's doing it just because she can? I don't know. Like, I don't.
Yeah, it just like whenever I see her perform, like, oh, like this is easy for her. Like,
Yeah, that's what I get.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is personal,
I agree.
but it could be. There are songs that sound like she's putting her all into it.
like Rose in Harlem.
Yes, so good. But then there's songs that's just like, oh, I can sing and I can dance and I'm amazing, and like you are. But I think that's probably the disconnect, maybe. I don't know, because her fans are loyal. So I didn't know when she was saying I don't feel appreciated. I was like, your fans
She got
appreciate
so
you.
many streams this year too. So I'm just like, you
Yeah.
got over 100 million streams.
No, people was coming out the woodwork supporting her today.
Yeah.
When she said she's
yeah.
retiring.
I just think she shouldn't look for the industry
Award validation.
I just assumed. I thought we were all past that, but
Same.
Yeah.
I guess
I thought it was kind of known, like, unless you're the token black, please
You
don't
weren't gonna know
check for the awards to acknowledge you.
Yeah.
And right now it's Meg, it's Doja, it's The Weeknd. If it's
If
not,
you're not those three,
Yeah,
you're
I
not
don't-
getting
Low key
acknowledged.
Rowdy.
No,
they
they're
barely nominate him, and he has never won
Won.
anything
That's
in
true.
the other
That's
categories.
so true.
same with Lil
barely-
Baby.
Yeah,
They keep
just
nominating.
they
Lil
nominated
the
to
industry
just
hates.
nominate.
Like they not the industry, but the awards, they hate him for some reason. I'm just like,
Yeah.
that's so weird because he's like the first album to go double platinum this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rap has not, even though it's one of those things, is like rap is one of the biggest genres right now, if not the biggest, and they might barely get some noms, but they definitely still are not winning anything.
Unless they're Post Malone.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
just waiting for someone to create an award show, or even like how you were talking about how the Oscars, only people in that genre can like vote in that genre, and in the general categories, then everyone votes. I think that needs to be incorporated in the Grammys, because or something needs to change. Grammys be abolished, because
I think
something's not
just abolish it.
working. Even like BET Awards, that's not working. That seems rigged. I need a new award show. Someone needs to create it. If I could create it, I would.
Let's do it.
We'll figure it out.
We'll do it. We'll find out.
Yeah, but see, it's the thing that with the Grammys, it just feels like everyone from that genre's community is looking at the Grammys like, how are you not picking the best of our community? And that's why I feel like everyone can just vote on everything, versus the Oscars is like sound editing people are voting for sound editing people. And that makes sense to me, because I don't, you know, like, things sound great, sure, like, you know what I mean, like, but I don't know the ins and outs, but they would know, and that they know, like, yeah, I'm sorry, but they slapped on that movie. Like, that makes sense. I feel like with the Grammys, we're constantly coming out with like rock people being upset at the rock artist being nominated, R&B people are being upset of the R&B people, rap, you know. I feel like everyone in their own, like, this is my genre, I know all these people, like, someone's always getting like snubbed, and it seemed like major people, not like a personal, like, I personally like this person, like, no, like, this is objective truth, like like, I haven't listened to like rap at all, even though it was my number 3 genre on Spotify. I don't know how, but I did not listen to a lot of rap, but it seemed, I definitely didn't know basically anybody that was nominated, and I've heard a lot of chatter about Lil Baby, and I've at least heard about DaBaby and Roddy Ricch, and none of those 3 were nominated.
I get it, the Grammys isn't always about the most popular, but these albums weren't just popular, they also got critical acclaim, so that is what was missing for me, especially in the rap category. 3 of those albums I believe should have been.
I didn't even know Nas dropped.
His holiday thing, was that an album or just the song?
What holiday thing?
He dropped a song called Holiday for sure, and I think
he
there's
had
an album with it.
His album,
I don't know if that's also Holiday.
Was nominated, should not have been. And then that 07 whatever guy,
Royce 95,
should not have been nominated.
Sorry,
the only people that should have been nominated that I agree with was Freddie Gibbs. Did I say
Freddie Gibbs and what's his name, Lucas something, Joyner Lucas?
No,
not Joyner Lucas. What's his name, the one who never dropped the project, but that was his first project, but everyone knows he's a great rapper.
I'm blanking.
I can't think.
He has that song with Kendrick.
Is he Erykah Badu's baby daddy? No.
D Smoke, Freddie and Gibbs, Jay
Electronica,
Nas, Royce 59.
For what category is this?
I'm okay.
Rap albums.
They needed to replace oh my gosh, Nas with Roddy Ricch, and then Royce with Lil Baby, and then I would have been fine with that category.
Yeah, because I don't know, Grammys just do whatever each year. And they just throw people out there.
I also wanted to mention that the black representatives for the Grammys, or whoever is on that board, which is like John Legend, I think Quincy Jones, and then somebody else, whatever, they put out a statement and be like, yes, we're working to be more diverse, but like let's be aware that this is one of our most diverse years ever. The most women were nominated, and it's like, okay, yes, they were nominated, but they weren't necessarily nominated in the correct categories.
No.
And the men weren't really nominated in the correct categories as well. So it's like, oh, this is the most diverse. It has nothing to do about diversity or us feeling snubbed as a community. We're talking about in the actual categories, the right people weren't nominated. It was still going to be black people in those categories. Regardless, we're just replacing the black people with women. You know, or in the R&B category. I don't know. I just didn't like the statement. It was like, we're actually doing well. Okay, that wasn't the issue. The issue wasn't representation.
Like, Grammys keep misrepresenting these genres, because even last year with like R&B, Snow, Allegra, and Sir were raw. They were not nominated. I was like, and people had a huge issue with that. It's just a continuous disrespect for certain categories, and you're nominating artists that people don't necessarily like recognize in that genre as good as other people.
I think they thought it was an Oscar issue. Like, Oscar issue is part of like more of the movie industry, and that is a reputation issue, because the people creating the movies, creating the shows are all white, so then the casting white. Like, that is where I think representation is more of a direct correlation. But with
they thought it was the same as the Oscars.
That's how I feel. I feel like they're just saying we have more representation this year in Grammy, so it's a win. But that's not the issue. Because like the R&B is all gonna be black, so it's just about getting the correct people the nominations and the wins.
And then the fact that whenever there is a white person usually thrown in, it's a random, and they end up winning sometimes, and that's the problem.
The fact that Macklemore won that big year, and I'm like, you didn't even stay relevant. Like I would at least respect it if you just kept making music or something, or you kept But it's like you literally
Did he like keep quitting or something? Or
I don't know.
I don't know.
What happened to him and his life story, but you just took too many awards that year for you to not be making music.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. That disgusted me. That's when I knew. I was like, this is rigged. But yeah, we're just gonna end our candid nonsense right here and get into Meg's.
We're starting
album?
with Meg.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
we're starting with Meg. Yes.
We're starting with Meg's. Meg's Good News, her debut album, even though I felt like some of her other projects were albums.
Yeah.
They were just mixtapes. But yeah, how did you guys overall feeling? How did you feel about this?
First of all, the cover. Okay, when I looked at the cover, does the cover not look like a 2013, 2004, or like just some really old cover? Also, it looked like Tayshia's Bachelorette thing.
It did
I just
look like
Oh,
Taysha.
I
it did.
hated that. I was literally when I saw that, I was like, what is this?
There was
Why both of y'all say
because there's one picture in the cover that should have been the cover.
the picture for Bod, whatever one she's in that like
It's a
latex
cowgirl.
type
Yeah.
thing. That looks
Okay,
good.
I like that, but no, it's like it's part of Good News, but it's not the one where she's covered. It's mainly like her face a little bit.
Mhm.
I don't know. When I find it, I'll send it to you guys. I was like, oh, that's fire, and everyone, it was online. Everyone was like, Meg, this should have been the cover, and I was like, yes, like you should have consulted the fans, consulted everyone. Which one cover should I choose? Because I didn't like it.
think
It looked fake.
Meg is losing her creative control over certain things in some aspect. Like, I feel like she has input, but I don't think she's hands on as like she used to be.
I don't know.
I
have no idea.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm slowly
I
starting
know
to
Wait,
see
I want to
that.
see. I just want to put out a disclaimer.
Okay.
2017,
Meg
Phoenix introduced me to Meg
with the Meg Thee Stallion
freestyle. Yes,
Sally freestyle.
we were here since
I
the
remember
beginning. Our other sister lives in Houston. Like, she was telling us about, look out for her, and so like we kind of knew about Meg before she popped off, like before the world, right?
Yeah.
So I just want to disclaim, we were fans. I was riding hard. I said Meg is up
Hard.
next. Okay.
Because I
And
was
she
like, this
was.
girl can spit.
She
She is.
is.
She is.
She is.
I just
She's here.
everyone
she's
go
She's
listen.
here to stay.
Grammy new artist nomination.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would say everyone go listen to Make It Hot and Tina Snow, and you would know, like, she has bars. She's talented. She can rap, right? Fever, we like it. It was solid.
Yeah.
And then we get Sugar. I can tell you guys, I didn't really listen to it because
After Fever,
it wasn't good.
Everything that was coming out was either like, okay, this is a radio. Oh, yeah, sure.
I'm gonna
I
say
don't know.
this: everything after Fever, her freestyles hit. The music is in songs she's making or not.
Yes, her
hitting.
freestyles when she go on the radio shows were
She's
hitting.
always good at freestyle.
And like her random studio sessions where she just freestyle. I'm like, girl, yeah, it's like, you better
Why
rap.
don't she just make that an album?
You know what?
Just go on, just freestyle, and then put all like 10 of them on a.
Something is, I think they're making her put out too much music.
Yes.
Yes.
So then it's all starting to blend and sound the same.
Mm-hmm.
So now we are at Good News.
She needed a break.
Yes.
That's all I'm gonna
I was
say.
confused anyways when it's saying Good News was her debut album, because I was like, I feel like she already had one or should have had one. And I was like, all of this music that is out and this is your debut?
Yes.
Like, it makes sense though, because she didn't have a break. Like, she released Hot News in 2017, Tina Snow 2018, Fever 2019, Sugar 2020, and then a few months later she dropped her debut.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She needed a break.
Yeah. She needed to
I feel like
cultivate something.
They rushed her. Whoever's like managing her or like her label, they were like, oh, you're hot right now, and you put out something real quick. But right, like, she's gone through so much stress over the past 2 years. Like,
Mm-hmm.
she lost relatives, she got, that incident with the other man, the short man.
Yeah.
And she's losing a lot of friends, and like, mentally, I don't feel like she's all the way
There.
there.
I don't know.
But maybe
all
this
her
is a
friends,
good distraction for her. Like,
Maybe, but all her friends from before she was famous are pretty much gone.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And like, I don't want to say she has an issue or anything, like, cause like she probably don't, but like people keep saying like, oh, we need to check on Meg and see if she's like there mentally, because like, yeah, she gets bigger and bigger, but she don't necessarily have like a support system.
Yeah, I don't know if she's like, I think of when Lizzo was crying, she was like, this fame and money, like we have bad days, like, and she was like breaking down. I'm getting that, like, I want Lizzo to talk to Meg, because I'm just getting this sense that Meg, she is a machine right now for the industry. Yes. And they're just pushing her along, and I want her to get back to her being creative and her actually putting everything into the song, because right now she's regurgitating the same lyrics.
And her, yeah, and like, exactly, the lyrics are the same. There's nothing new captivating me. The bars are weak. It's like ABCs 1 2 3. I'm like, girl, you're better than that.
Oh my god, it's one of my least favorite songs with the sample from, is it the Jackson 5 in the background?
I don't know.
There's a song on this album.
Is it
that it samples like a Jackson 5 song, dun, 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 like in the background. It brings absolutely nothing to that song, and it like literally like it's like nails on a chalkboard to me.
Mia Finks, we're gonna go into, I think someone sabotaged her because the mixing
sounds
horrible in this album. Something just sounded off.
Engineered, I was like, this whole album is like not cohesive. 1, 2, like the sound just sounds bad in the car. I was like, certain songs like Freaky Girl, SZA's at one melody, her flow's at a different melody. SZA sounds distant, like she does not sound clear on the track. I'm just like, there's so much going on. Like, I don't know. Yeah,
let's talk about cohesion. I thought, because usually the first time I listen to an album, I like to listen in the order that it comes in.
Yeah.
I kept thinking I put it on shuffle accidentally, because I was like, I don't know if this is I don't know if this is a new song I'm listening to. I don't understand what's going on. It was just it just became a lot of noise. And, you know, I listened to it a couple of times. I listened to it all the way through. It took me a while. And then I like shuffled it. And there's some songs to where like in isolation is not bad. Like if I'm in the club and it comes on, I will be really into it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think
that's the best. That's the best I could do. Really, is like some of these songs I feel like are great for the club, not necessarily like just great. Period. But
I said the same thing, because I was in the car. The first time I listened to it, I was in the car with my friend. We were driving to the airport, and like she was like, "Yeah, let's just listen to the album real quick." Like she already listened to it. She was like, "I want you to hear it." I was like, "Okay," and it was like, there was just moments where like, oh yeah, this is a club hit, but would we just listen to it by ourselves?
There was not one song. Okay, the first song came on, and I was like, at first I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, okay. Ooh, we're back. Okay. And then I was like, oh, this is just, and then by the end of that song, I was like, so that's going to be I liked it, but I didn't unlike it just because I didn't like any other song on the album. So I didn't want to.
Which song is that?
I wanted to save what? The one that I saved.
Yeah.
I saved Shots Fired when I like first like 10 seconds or something. I was like, okay, let me just save that. And then as it kept going, I was like, I don't want to unsave it, because I think this is setting the tone for the rest of the album. And I don't want to have not saved any of these songs.
Actually, let's get into Shots Fired. Okay, so obviously that was a diss track towards the short man and her ex-best friend Kelsey. I don't know, because yes, the situation was horrible, but I'm just like, who hyped her up in the studio and said, yes, write a diss track and put it in your out? Like, I don't know, like, I don't know if it was a good, like, it's a good publicity move. Yes.
Yeah, that was it. It needed to have been, because when that was over Tupac.
It was a Tupac beat
sample. Yeah, because then Kelsey did her diss over a Biggie sample. Or am I flipping it? Sorry if I'm flipping it. Whatever. They both did the opposite. Whoever did Biggie, the other did Tupac. I needed the bars to be harder for the situation.
Yeah. It
was a lot. It was all a little. You slept with the man that I've slept with first. Okay.
It's just.
I was embarrassed.
This is how. other than the fact that it's called Shots Fired, I would not know this is the diss track. Like, if I'm just listening to it casually.
It's like 2 bars that it's like, oh, I know what this is about. And the rest, it's like, oh, this is going up and down.
Versus,
now.
like, diss tracks, I'm used to, like, being, like, I feel like a diss track should feel like I'm getting shot. Like, it's like, boom, 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 boom.
Like, what did Tupac say? F the click and the chick you bang. Like, I miss, like, in, like, Ice Cube, No Vaseline, like, they used to violate people
hard.
Even
Pusha T.
Nicki's song, who wasn't really a dish, like the like, oh, I only diss my friends. Like, even that one was more enjoyable than this, because at least it was like funny. Like, there was literally this diss track. I was like, is it a diss track?
Yeah.
Or is it just like a song on your album, and then you call the shots fired, and then you have some lyrics?
Maybe that's what it is.
But Pusha T even like told us something we didn't even need to know, that Drake had a whole kid.
Man, even Meek Mill violated Kendrick Lamar like so bad that like no one knew they were beefing at one point.
Like the Nicki Remy Ma situation, isn't something about you left your child over a stack situation. There's not one lyric.
No, like, they violate.
Yes, there's not one lyric from Meg's diss track that I could like.
I can't remember
like
one.
I could pull out and be like, oh, but what? No,
there wasn't. Okay, I just feel so bad for Raggy on it because I had so much hope. No, okay, this is where it's basically boiling down to. There is no reason you're more talented, like lyrically, than a lot of these other rapper girls, right?
And some men.
There was no reason for your debut album to be subpar or mediocre. There's no reason for me to enjoy Cardi B's album more than yours.
And Mulatto.
Mulatto went in.
Mulatto
like the
great.
fact that Mulatto had a better debut than Meg Thee Stallion is surprising to me, but she did. She did not waste no time in that studio. She was working, and I was like, wow, Mulatto.
She said, I'm the queen of the South.
Yep. Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
So for Meg, I like never really listened to Meg's music like prior. Like, I kind of just like, once I knew about it was just kind of like her like Hot Girl Summer. Like, it was just like the brand of her. That's all I really knew. Other than that, the songs of Meg that I've heard have been like the singles or like the ones that like get big. So nothing has ever been like, oh, I want to listen to Meg Thee Stallion. Like, nothing has ever drawn me to like, me on my personal time, I want to look up what's Meg Thee Stallion doing. So when Good News dropped, I was like, well, it's been a year for her. It's been a wild ride, and like, I liked Savage remix Beyonce parts, so I was like, let me listen to Good News. And I just don't know what the goal of the album is, okay? Because you have songs like Intercourse, which is like the reggae song.
Okay, I
love Wizkid's part.
Is that the one where he said
whatever?
Okay, that I think so I listened to like half of it yesterday, and this morning I was like, okay, I have to finish it, Alicia. Like, you can't just like not finish it. And so I was listening to it, and is that the one where he was like, yeah, and I put the cock in you, and I was like, what is it?
I didn't listen to the lyrics.
That's
I just
kind of though.
Yeah, and then I didn't, something about that mix and then Meg coming in after that, and then just the words, it just wasn't blending well for me.
Yeah, some of her bars, she said, I put the cocky or something, like she said something weird. I was like, no,
she had like a slight accent to it, and I was like, what are you doing?
See, I liked the beginning because it was kind of like, well, I was in the car at the time, so it just sounded like I had put on a reggae playlist or like whatever. Exactly. And then once Megan started rapping, then I was like, oh right, that's how I felt. I don't think this is for you, because I feel like there's certain rappers, like, I love reggae and grime rappers, their combination. Whenever the UK like get those Jamaicans and that like, to me it works. There's a harmony. There was something that was, because that's the culture still. Yeah, that was something very much not like harmonious,
like
with
Drake
Meg.
does well with hopping on some dancehall beats. And
Yeah.
But then also
collaborating
he's like
with-
Canadian, and like,
and there's
that's
a lot
the-
of Jamaicans and like there's a lot of Jamaicans in America, but like if you don't necessarily like grow up around them,
Yeah.
Mhm.
it's hard to catch that flow and get on that type of beat.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just, to me, it's like you just have this one reggae song on the album. I don't know why, and it's not that great. There's a lot of like, you have this song on the album, and it's just so like the sound is very like all over the place.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know where you're trying to aim, and I feel like maybe she
Also,
picked one.
The topic of the album, I was
I
confused because the album name is Good News, but not one song in the album made sense. I thought we were gonna get something maybe more personal, or like I'm gonna come up, I'm good now. But the
Yeah.
whole album was just like her past albums were like that. So this, or her past mixtapes were kind of like a range of topics. This one was all just like I don't want to be like, I hate to say this, but it was just all sex for the most part, except
Yeah.
for Shots Fired. And I'm just like, no, Meg, like usually talk about everything and sex.
I literally had that thought when I was like, okay, I get it. Her brand is like, I'm a freak, blah blah blah. And I was like, we know that, we get that, that's great, whatever. But every single, like, nothing was different.
And she never used to. It used to be just.
It
the
was never like
singles.
that.
And-
Yeah.
Or you talk about sex in a song and then you say something
Which
else.
is like, and then there's albums that are like the topic is sex, whatever. But I just feel like, I don't, maybe it was that, even if that wasn't her goal, if that was her goal, she did it wrong. If it wasn't her goal, why did it come to this?
then it shouldn't have been Good
And
News.
also-
The album should have been
Sex
some-
talk.
Yeah.
I kind
yeah,
of
like-
wish, like, not wish, I kind of like feel like she was just reaching for a hit with this album. Like each song, it was like
Yes.
an individual. Oh, this can play on the radio.
No, yes,
This can
that's how
play
I
in the
felt.
club. I was like, okay. I just felt like it was a combination of club hits and radio hits, and they were like, oh, if it hit, it hit. If it misses, it misses. But I also want to see like, what is your most favorite song and what is your least favorite song from the album?
Okay.
I'm not.
I say the one that I like bop to, like initial bop to, was What's New. And I under people, I know people, I don't know, people probably think it's boring, but I was like, oh, this is different.
Where she like,
yes.
Sue, or like,
I don't know, she's like, what's new? And
Oh, yeah.
yeah, okay, yeah.
I like that one because it
That's cool.
wasn't the same. Like, I feel like I got a different flow and I got different sound than the other songs.
That's one that I was managed to hit the app. Here's the thing, I try my best to add songs.
And then Don't Stop, with Young Thug.
Yes.
Yes,
I
yeah, yes.
put Don't Stop. I liked What's New. I liked Movie.
Yes.
Movie's my favorite.
Those are the
personally.
three that I truly liked. I like the other ones just so I can remember to talk about them, like Body. Whoa. I've seen so many clips of it. I've seen her perform it. I've seen it on Instagram. The first time I listened to Body with my earpods in, I said, what? What song is this? And the moaning girl through the whole entire, like, the intensity of that moaning girl in the beginning and then all through the song, I said, this is not what I heard on Instagram. This is not.
No, I remember saying, and then I was like, they seem to cut that out when they did their little.
Yeah.
On TikTok, I don't think I'm hearing the moaning girl. I was like, that floored me. I said, huh? And it, to me, it just didn't add anything.
It wasn't like the squeaking bed.
Yes.
Yes,
Like
that-
maybe if it was just in the beginning or just in one part or blah blah whatever, but like the entire time.
Yeah, I liked I liked actually the edited version, the radio version of the song better than
Yeah.
the moaning.
I also
girl.
never really just liked Body though. I never liked the song.
I like the dance.
Yeah,
That's the
it's
thing.
fun.
That's
I like
how I felt about Savage. Like, do I care about Savage?
I think I like
I
it.
like Savage.
Yeah.
I liked it, but I liked it more of like, to me, I personally, I think I just like more, I like Megan more as a brand than her as an artist. And that's unfortunate,
It's
but
coming to that point right now.
but I didn't really love Savage until Beyonce hopped on it. Then I said, oh, I actually really enjoy the song. And with Body, it's like, do I like the song? I mean, I love the dance the dance.
I like the community
the
vibe
performance.
you bring.
Yes.
I
That's what I'm
like
saying.
the joy.
I love like being just like, yes, in Meg's world.
Yes.
I love the confidence. I love her knees. I love the twerking. Yeah. I like it all. But even when I like personally, even when I listen to Tina Snow, and I like the beats on there, and her lyrics were definitely better. But like, I just know personally, I'm not a Meg Thee Stallion fan because she just like the beats were like, wow, I think Phil Millie will go great on these beats. Like, I just don't think I'm a Meg Thee Stallion fan, even with her old stuff. I just think she's not personally in my taste. So the old stuff was like, okay, but I see it. Like the old stuff, I'm like, oh, okay, I see why she's here. The new stuff,
no.
Yeah.
I do want to highlight Movie as one of my personal favorites. I think.
How does that one go?
I forgot.
Shake that booty. Shake that booty. Okay. I personally like it, not necessarily for Meg. And it's like, it's sad because a lot of the features, I feel like the features outshined Meg.
Yeah.
And Lil Durk just did it for me. And it's mostly because his voice, and he brings that sex appeal. And I like that banter between like when a male artist has that sex appeal, because a lot of them don't have sex appeal anymore. And he brings that sex appeal to a song, like with his voice and the lyrics, and like matched her energy in a way, but he still outshined her at the end of the day.
Other than the baby, which
the baby, that's who I'm thinking who don't have sex appeal. He doesn't have sex appeal in my opinion.
His song was, I was like, why?
It's just raunchy
on here. But the other features I quite enjoyed.
Yeah,
the Young Thug. And
I remember liking Big Sean, I think, but I don't remember what it was.
I like Big Sean. I hated that song. It was just
all
over the place.
I cannot tell you how. Like, I have no memory of it.
It's not memorable.
I was like, this is horrible, in my opinion.
I just felt so bad. Like, I don't feel bad, but I don't feel bad. But I'm just more disappointed.
Because
I wanted to love it. I really did.
And everyone typing it online, like they're lying to themselves.
No, I
checked
like Twitter after to be like, am I crazy? Like, is this just me? And it was like, oh my God, me like playing Meg all day since it came out, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh. Okay.
I think people don't want to hate on her because of everything happened, the hate that she's unfairly been getting. And you're reaching. You like Meg, and I like Meg. I don't enjoy this album. I will not listen to this album. I
mean, maybe people actually like it.
People
really like it. Yes, obviously there's people in the world who likes everything. There's somebody for everyone.
Yeah.
I still think if this gets nominated for anything,
it's a no.
Where's the critical acclaim anywhere? Because the construction of the songs aren't great, the lyrics aren't that great, like the production, I don't know where the versus Cardi's album surprised
it was
me.
Good.
It was good.
I said, oh, I thought everyone thought she'd be a one-hit wonder, like, a couple of songs here and there, but I think did she deserve the Grammy win? No, we all know that, but like that album was actually good. And I didn't know. I thought I was going to get like a Cardi album.
Same. I was expecting a Cardi album, especially since now you're signed to
you know how I feel about Roc Nation.
This is how I feel. Okay, I don't know who sabotaged her. I don't know if it was her label or Roc Nation, or I don't know what's happening, because Roc Nation, that's just her management. So,
but ever since she
signed to them, her music quality has went down, and I don't know if it's because the label is upset with her. So then this is their way of being shysty, but they okayed this, but I'm confused. Are they just like, okay, let's get out an album so your contract is up, so eventually, you can go somewhere else? I don't know what's happening, but she needs to figure that out. She needs to get friends behind her, because something is not adding up. There was no reason for this album to be this mediocre.
But she had a great performance on that one
she
award show.
Performed.
And
I don't want to
disappointed.
say this, but like, you know how there was like, oh, she didn't deserve all these awards at the BET Hip Hop Awards, and then the GQ Rappers of the Year. I was defending her. I was like, no, she had a big name. She's very mainstream. Like, white people love her. But now, like, after this drop, I'm kind of like, oh, maybe
my whole thing
Lil Baby is getting snubbed.
I'm sticking to the fact that she got all those before this dropped. The album dropped.
True.
Like, so they weren't having this album in mind when they were giving her accolades. Even though I still think it's weird because everybody else had whole albums out and she had an image and an EP. So I was like, oh, should she really get that if like they actually have projects out and she just had, you know, she's just hip hop culture, I feel like at the time. But I was like, no, she deserves recognition. I just don't know if she deserved it at that time.
I agree. Well, we don't mean to rag on Miss Stallion.
I guess you know, it's like we love her, so we're going to be critical. We're not one of those fans who are just going to like blind. Love everything you do.
No. If Janae sucked, she sucked.
Yeah, we're going to expect more of you. Kaylani, I talk about that last album like it was trash, and I love her. Yeah. And people over here saying she should have been nominated for R&B.
People really like that album.
They're lying to themselves.
I really liked half of that album.
The only people who should really be mad is Ledisi, Victoria Monet, Tanashi, Ari Lennox. I don't know if she was even qualified for this year.
I thought it was last year, but she's still
Ari Lennox.
Give her something.
I know some other people even. No, I won't even. Even JoJo's album was better. I won't do her like that. But still, like.
No, yeah. So we're gonna move on. That was a tough one, but we're gonna do 2-in-1 this podcast. We're gonna talk about Miley Cyrus, Plastic Hearts.
Yes,
I'm excited about this one.
I feel so bad.
We were not.
Like, I was not expecting. We were not actually love this album.
And it's kind of, I feel like weird, like we're over here about to praise this white woman.
Exactly.
I was also thinking the same thing.
I was about to say the same thing. It's like, okay, we're ragging on her, but we're about to praise this white woman. But it's like, we love Meg, but it's just like.
So we didn't go in this expecting this to happen.
No.
Yeah. And I want to say I love Plastic Hearts. I do. I'm not gonna lie. It's getting added to the. It's
on repeat.
I think I saved every song.
Yeah, it's in Ooh, I didn't. But it's in rotation.
I didn't.
There's those two that I said not making it.
There's
not making
two that aren't making it. For
I
me.
think we have the same two.
Yes.
It's those two are not making it. But overall, like I do think Miley has had a checkered past. I think she's definitely in that conversation of white women, hip hop, cultural appropriation.
Yes.
She's definitely one of those people in that conversation. So depending on where you fall on that, she's there though. And I definitely feel like there's been some checkered things, like her with the Nicki thing. So I don't think she's pristine. No. And sometimes I'm looking forward to her music, but sometimes she is super annoying, and I'm like, but like she has a great voice. She's talented. And I enjoy that she's coming EP. Well, I enjoy most of it. There was some songs I didn't care for.
Yeah, that EP was pretty great though.
It was pretty great, and I liked this. I like this version of Miley. I feel like she's staying in the lane.
You know what? It's the music with the image, because when she was in her quote unquote black stage, the music wasn't black. The only song it was like that feature, the 23 with my J's on,
which I love.
It's great.
It's so fun and catchy.
Everyone likes that song.
Yeah,
but it was just her image surrounding everything in that
era.
Era,
and what she was saying like the white feminism things that she was saying at the time.
Because it's like the music wasn't black, but your image, you were trying to be black and you were trying to be cool and edgy. And when you ever use black culture as edgy and then you switch and run away
immediately,
and then say
she wrote the country album after that, right?
Yeah, but that was years later.
2 years.
Oh, okay.
2 years. But it still leaves a bad taste in people's mouth.
The only problem I had, or like my friend had brought this up to me because I had completely forgot. But I remember I was like, why was there a reason why I really was not messing with Miley? The interview she did was basically saying, she was like, yeah, that music was a bad influence. And she's like, I was smoking weed. Like, it was just like, she basically was talking about how that period in her life.
And like hip hop.
And that culture was a negative. And I do believe it was because she was trying so hard to be with Liam. And like to change for Liam and be like, oh, I'm a changed person, you know? And because right now she's still doing every single thing she did back then. But now it's just she realized, oh, I don't have to use that culture, like this is me, and she's being a white woman and doing it. And we needed an apology. Like, you were trying to kind of blame it on black culture. It's like, no, sis, you were doing that even before you were doing black culture. We heard about you during Disney days. You were always a little rebel. So it was just weird that she was trying to blame it, and then now that she's not with Liam, all of a sudden she's like free and she's kind of crazy again. So I do think she used incorrect wording, and I don't know why she had to involve black culture. She could have just said, I was wilding out. She didn't have to say that the music made me that energy, the influence.
People love just putting black people, black women, black anything in their mouths while talking about their dark times or trying to uplift something else.
Especially like hip hop culture, because hip hop is already seen as like a vice or like opposite towards the normal society,
but
American
rock
society.
culture is supposed to be rebellious.
I think rock culture has grown to a state where it's seen as
pristine
acceptable.
and acceptable in society.
Valid.
It's not the rebel like rebel.
It's still rebel, but in like an accepted way.
And I feel like you can be sober and do rock. Like I feel like there is this like I mean, I don't think there should be, but I do feel like some rappers feel this way, or certain like men who love rap, they feel like you have to be on drugs or on something for rap culture to make good music or just have your music be uplifted. And I feel like a lot of the time when these rappers get super, super big, they realize, oh, I can like not be a drug addict. I can like not be like all about that life and make it big. And I feel like rock has had that ability of like everybody was messed up in the 70s and 80s and 90s, and some of us still are, but like you could theoretically, there's a lot of rock bands who sobered up, who like are constantly doing reunion tours, or like new rock bands, they could be sober and they still like
new rock bands don't have that anymore.
They can still get that like edgy, cool, like rebel image without actually being a coke addict.
It's because the rock star image has moved into hip hop culture, and now they're the rock stars. So they're embracing that rock star lifestyle, and that like, I'm on top. Like, they're the popular music now. Like, rock used to be the popular music back in the day. And then like this new like era, it used to be like old hip hop stars, they were the drug dealers, but now they're the customers. Like, that's what people say. And like, we're like, there's definitely like trauma happening in our community. There's also like an epidemic happening like across America. So that's we're seeing that being translated onto our artists now with the opioid epidemic and all that.
Like Miley, technically, like you would think, oh, this is her rock album. This is when, if you were to like look up all her phases and know that her worst drug use part, you would think, oh, that's when her rock album came out, when she used the heavy drugs, or like she was like always using weed or whatever. But it's not, like, it's her hip hop phase or whatever. And now this is like, she's talking about, she's just her clean, like, she's like, I'm very focused, and she's like edgy and rebel, like very sensual. But you don't think she's strung out.
Like, I feel like with that We Can't Stop album, she was not there. Like, she was just, passing by. This album she used, but she was like using for enhancement. In a way, like she was aware, but she was
on shrooms.
Or she was like smoking weed, but it wasn't like to disappear. It was like to be here and present in the creative process. And like, it sounds weird to use drugs. There's different ways to use drugs, but you can tell when an artist is using a drug for masking and just to overdose, or if you're using it to enhance your abilities, which is crazy.
Like Janae
like
doing.
Like medicinal. Like people do it, I don't know, for
Carrie
creativity.
was on shrooms for Fine Line, and I think that's an upgrade from his first album. Do shrooms the next time.
What Casey Musgraves was on shrooms
a lot of people do shrooms.
So what's the lesson? What's the takeaway here, guys?
If you want to make music,
do shrooms. Hey kids, do shrooms.
This is a sponsored.
We're sponsored by shrooms.
Click the link below to get your personal package 10% off your first package of shrooms. But yeah, I definitely, you can tell like when someone is like, oh, you're using drugs and you're not in control of like you're using, and you're like, this is the no zone. And there's some people who are like, no, I'm in a room with people I trust. this isn't like, I'm not using it often. This isn't crazy. I'm comfortable. This is like, I'm aware. I'm not sad. Like mentally, I'm not depressed. I'm not going through something. This is just like, oh, like I'm a artist. I can take drugs if I want to, and it's not an issue.
Yeah. Or I'm just bored and I just want
Take a trip.
to take a trip.
Yeah, Sean does weed. I think he should do more of it because he seems very anxious.
Yes.
And he uses weed sometimes, and I feel like you need to. He's an artist to me. I'm like, if you want to up your dosage a bit,
Please go ahead.
One of his songs is about
smoking with his friends, and it's one of the best songs.
It is.
Thank
It's
you.
so
but
good.
but you see, when we watch the documentary, and there were some times I'm like, oh, honey,
You need to settle down.
you whatever.
I felt so bad
meditate.
for him.
I don't know, but like he's so. Some artists are just like they're wired very tightly.
Differently, yeah. It's giving me like how athletes, like certain athletes, when they're super like, I need to be the best, or I need to be good at, I just need to constantly improve. That's how the energy I was getting from Sean, because I think it's because he had to teach himself and learn how to sing. Like he could carry a tune, but like to actually sing, and so I feel like he's constantly putting himself under pressure to be better or like learn more. And because it's like musically, like instruments, he could play his little guitar, but singing, you can tell he worked at it. This is natural.
Yes,
I
yes.
agree.
Him, that vocal coach, best buddies.
Whereas Miley, from the soul.
Yeah, that's a natural talent.
natural.
That's natural talent. I'm very curious. Like she definitely was in her like the grovel was definitely full force.
Yes.
In this album, like I don't think there's a song, even when like the slower songs, like by the time she hit those high notes, it was like grovel. You could hear it.
It's
like
control.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh.
And for Zombie, the live performance, when we've seen it, like the video of it, great performance.
Yeah,
I would have loved to see that in person.
Yeah.
And it didn't look like there was much strain going on. Like obviously it might be like you feel like I'm pretty sure a whole tour might be some wear and tear, but like there's some people who do that on purpose, and you could see it in this one performance that I'm like, oh, you're trashed.
Yeah.
Like you're done for the night. Like you cannot talk. You need to like sip some tea.
Yeah.
And Miley looked like, yeah, I'm gonna hit this. No, I'm gonna be rolling on the floor, and I'm gonna get up and go smoke a blunt and peace out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what are your favorite tracks from this album? Or what are the highs and lows? Like when
I
we're
think one of
listening
my
to
highs
it?
is High.
Okay.
That is a good song.
Yeah.
I think that might be one of my favorite, if not my favorite, actually.
Oh,
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I really like the Billy Idol one.
I like that
Okay,
song.
like I always know that Alasia is always going to
Throw curveball.
throw curveballs
Yeah.
on me.
Okay.
Like you're never gonna do ones I like, but you're never gonna do the ones I like.
What are your like?
Because I
likes?
knew I was like, watch her do the ones that are number. 6
wait.
and
Give me
7.
what I. Is that the one? Okay, so I saved the only ones that I did not save was "Give Me What I Want,"
Interesting.
and "Golden G String."
Okay, I agree with Golden G String.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry,
Give me
But
what I
also,
want.
I think I just heard it once, and I didn't hate any song.
Okay.
But I think I heard that one only once, and I was just like, yeah. But I knew that there was
Okay.
more that I was like, ooh, I
That's
like this.
such a opposite.
So I probably just
thing
have to
of
listen
mine.
to it
Okay, you're
again.
yeah,
but
because
my
you're gonna
initial,
change that thought.
Because
Okay.
I know your taste, and I'm genuinely
because I heard it also
shocked.
when
Same.
you were playing it on the way here, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah. So I probably just need to listen to it a couple more times, and I'm gonna be
Yeah, yeah.
Because how
yes,
I
no, you're wrong.
ranked it-
Yeah.
How I ranked the album was basically like, I know myself. I know what's gonna be on repeat the most, and "Give Me What I Want" is number one. Like that's gonna be on repeat the most out of everything on the album. But I think I love this entire album. There's like, the Golden G String.
I don't
Actually-
remember it.
I actually do like that album. It's like a little like nice ballad. Not album, that song. It's like a little like nice ballad, a little bit, but it's not as strong as the other songs on the album. But in the one with Joan Jett,
Oh, yeah.
I don't
Bad
like that
Car-
one.
Oh.
No, yeah, we hate it.
I like that one. I like that one.
Are you
Okay, wait.
serious?
So the ones that
I knew
really
it.
it was "Angels Like You."
Yes.
I like that one
yes.
too.
Yes.
"Hi," "Hate Me."
Yes.
I mean, all of these are yes, but those two songs were
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was literally gonna say, listening to the album, because I, front to back, back to front, shuffle.
Mm-hmm.
So, front to going down, straight down in order. I said, love everything, love everything, love
Same.
everything, love everything. Bad Karma. And I said, oh, Okay. And then there's a song right after Bad Karma. I think it's like Never Be Me. Then I'm like, okay, we're back.
Yeah.
I like it. And then goes like Golden G-String. I was like, oh, okay, no. And that's a no. So I literally like every song on the album except for those two, and then the rest is the remix and the covers.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay. So just, I guess the two songs in the end, you would say, but like middle end, are a no for me.
Yeah.
I think how I think about an album usually, if it's like an overall good album, there's like 3 categories. It's like the songs I will put on repeat by itself. Like I will seek for this song.
Yeah.
And then there's the songs like, oh, I thought listen to the album, and then you wouldn't, like, you listen to the song, but you might seek it, but like it's more like I'm listening to the album, I'm gonna listen to the song. And then the songs like I'm skipping no matter what, or like, okay, fine, it's playing, but like I'm too lazy to change the song, but like I'm definitely, you're not it. And for this album, most of them are like I could seek it, but like because like it depends on the mood, because like there's some songs that are slower that will go into my slower playlist that will be outstanding, like whoa. But then the Midnight Sky, the Prisoner, the Give Me What I Want, What the F Did I Do, like those are like whoo. If you want a little
Plastic
boost,
Hearts,
quick little
Hearts.
whoop.
What the F Did I Do is a great one to just start off an
It's
album.
a great
I played. I said, oh, Miley.
I love it.
That is like boom, like
That's
Yeah.
I guess that's what was so like I wasn't expecting a fall.
Yeah.
So because everything was hit.
Yeah, I agree.
And then the first one I was like, oh, was Bad Karma. And I was like, wait, did I hear that right?
Because I feel like, okay, so when we first listened to it together, like Natalie wasn't there because she has bedtime, or she was staying with other friends, we don't know. The three of us was listening to the album, and at first I thought everything after Midnight Sky, like I thought the first half of the album was stronger than the second half of the album, just off the bat. But I, listening to it again, I'm like, there's just, the songs got slower, but once you really listen to it, it's really great. And Bad Karma really stuck out as like, I'm not feeling it. I like the other parts of the song, but then once it like crescendos to the I said, and that's not and that's not the peak.
Wow, I liked that.
Wow.
I like other parts of the song. When I was listening to it, I was like, okay, I'm listening to it. I'm listening. I'm like, okay, I like it. The verses, we're building, and then I said, and no.
Yeah, it was random
No
and
for
awkward
me.
sometimes.
Really?
to me. I was just like,
I was
I'm
like,
not feeling
of course
it.
Joan is on this.
Yes.
It's because it's like the only saving thing, but it's not saving it.
It's not saving it for me.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big fan of going G string.
Me
It's not
either.
something that I really needed.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not nothing. I don't hate any song really. It's just like knowing what else is on the album. It's like, oh, I don't really need this.
Yeah.
And personally, I didn't need Hearts of Glass as the cover. I like Zombie. I totally see why Zombie made the cut as a cover. Hearts of Glass for me, it's like I just didn't need.
Oh,
it.
you didn't really like her cover of it.
I like it.
I like the cover. I just didn't need it on this
the
album.
album. Oh,
like
okay.
to me, it's like if I'm going on YouTube and I'm like watching like Miley clips and videos, I would enjoy Hearts and Glass performance. But did I need it on the album as well? No.
Yeah.
It could have lived on YouTube for me.
I thought
Okay.
it was interesting that she did 2 covers on the album as well. I was like, oh, usually people don't even put covers on the album.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, paying homage. Cool.
Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna be on the album either, but I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I don't mind it.
I will say the best part of Golden G-String is the title of
I was about
Yes.
to say that.
okay.
It's like looking at it, I
wanted to like it. And then I
Mhm.
clicked it. I was like, oh.
I don't remember how the song goes, but I just like the name, the imagery that it invokes. I literally picture like a diamond golden, like a kind of like early 2000s whale tail type.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I imagine
It's very cute.
it gives me very like the slutty side of Nashville to me, because she's very country. And I can just see her like in Nashville,
Just
like
studded
with some
golden
cowboy boots.
diamonds.
yeah, like
Yeah.
very
Ooh, that's
kinda
kinda cute.
like a very like dirty Nashville, like the underbelly of Nashville.
Should we
type
go
of
to
thing.
Nashville?
I do want to go to Nashville.
I do want to go
That was not
for
a
a
real
visit.
question.
Oh,
Y'all was
Okay.
supposed to say no.
I do.
I want to live my best Nashville life. Apparently, they have great parties out.
They have
when we open
great
up.
parties.
Like barn house parties? Are they
No.
allowed to dance over there?
Stop
Or
it.
am I
Did you
thinking of
say
like
What are you
Barnhouse?
talking
Oklahoma?
about? Do you know what Nashville
Nashville
is?
is a metropolitan
It's like
city.
the-
yeah, I think I'm thinking more of like the Oklahoma, wherever not Dirty Dancing.
Footloose.
Footloose was at, where they weren't allowed to dance.
You know that's
I
a story,
think-
right? That's not legitimate. Like the whole state of Oklahoma was not.
I
they could dance.
wouldn't be
It's funny.
surprised.
Because Oklahoma is a very scary state, in my opinion. But they have a lot of medicinal shops out there, which I find interesting.
That makes sense.
I think maybe
Yeah.
they're just trying to get people off meth and like go to weed, guys.
Yeah.
Don't go to meth. Go to weed.
Yeah, did you see that the federal they're thinking about decriminalizing it on the federal level
They
now?
should.
Oh,
Which-
that's hope.
Makes sense. But I honestly think it's because the opioid crisis is getting so
It's
bad.
so bad.
They're
So
like,
they're like-
let's at least give them weed.
You just like give them something,
That's so
something
sad.
else, and then also they can make money off it, which is like
Yeah.
I don't know why they haven't done it sooner because then you can control it and then you
Right.
can make the tax it.
I
and
mean,
make the
there's
money.
California. If California is for reference, there's still a lot of legal shops because they don't want to pay the taxes.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's another story, you know?
Yeah.
That's like, you know, you'll jump over that fence when you get there. Is that the saying?
You cross
Yeah.
the
Something like
bridge.
that.
Cross the bridge? Yeah.
Yeah. Jump over the fence.
I mean, I feel like we still get it. That
Yeah.
still works.
Yeah.
It's not the common one, but it works in the context. Okay. I love this album. I don't feel like it's something I've never heard before.
Yeah.
So I think any rhetoric of like, this is like brand new, and I don't even mean like the genre. I mean like specifically like each song reminds me of another song. I can't put my finger on it.
Yes.
But it literally feels
I
like
agree.
I don't know who she got to produce it or like work on it with her.
Yeah.
But it literally feels like other songs.
It's, you know,
It's not groundbreaking.
It's like
not
a
It's not.
groundbreaking.
it's like a tribute to sounds
It's
bad.
definitely tribute.
But it's like a tribute album to like the
80s.
the 80s hard
I
and soft
agree.
rock.
Literally, and I was thinking even like 80s pop because like I feel like 80s pop had a lot of
Midnight Sky definitely is a
Yeah.
little bit more like
They had a lot of soft rock beats.
I'm thinking
during the
okay what is her name? It's like Betty or something.
Crocker.
No. Okay, like she sings or is Patty or Pet. She sings Battlefield.
Oh.
You're saying a lot of words and
Sorry.
names in it. Nah, I lost it, but I
Betty Davis?
no, like Pat.
It's Pat.
Pat.
We just look it up. So it's giving and then
This is hurting my brain.
the Taylor girl that we just looked up. Oh,
Taylor Dane.
Taylor Dane. It's
girl
giving
can
me Taylor Dane, Pat. It's giving me Cyndi Lauper. It's giving me it's like all the white
Even
female.
like Fleetwood Mac.
Yes, all the white female powerhouses in the 80s.
Yes.
That's what this
It's
album
like a
was
little
giving me.
old to them.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, I was thinking
Even
the same, 'cause
Madonna a little bit.
the way where people are talking about like, oh, this is like revolutionary, like a blah, blah, blah.
Because
I'm
they
like,
don't
I
know
think-
any music past 2000. A lot of times.
You know, 2010.
Well, I was
let's
gonna
push it up.
say, I think this is like a big thing, like for her and her image and her like career. Yes, it's like great, but like in the grand scheme of just like the world and music outside, and like it's like everything else. It's good,
It's good.
but it's nothing like crazy.
This might be biased, but like for instance, I feel like Harry's album has a lot of like obviously 70s, 80s, like, you know, retro sound to it, but I hear more of the spin
Yes.
of like
Yes.
modern day, you know,
Yes.
like even with Dua's, even though it's a lot more pop, like she does a lot of 80s pop, but like there's a spin with
Yes.
it. Miley's,
Weeknd.
yeah, I
Yeah.
don't really feel the spin.
No.
They're
It
more
feels
like influenced.
authentic,
Hers is
yeah.
just this is
this
it.
She's like
yes, it's very,
authenticity.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I
very
agree.
traditional, so I think that's why it doesn't really feel original.
Yeah.
But it's highly good.
Yeah, it's great.
Amazing.
Highly good.
And it's interesting because this is what's in this sound, this 80s synth pop is in right now. So I thought it was interesting that she decided, okay, I'm just going to replicate, but a lot of other people are like, oh, we're going to
Infuse.
infuse.
But I don't mind it because
I
I,
don't,
feel like
I
if
don't.
Miley would have did more of just an influence type thing, I mean, I don't know if I would have liked it less, but I like this. She really immersed herself
Yes.
in it all.
No, I like
Which
it.
I
I would have been a little bit more worried if she went that way, just because I feel like it'd been more direct competition with Dua and with The Weeknd.
Yeah.
And I don't really feel like you can put them in the same category, because I feel like Dua and Weeknd to me is still pop albums.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like Miley, they probably won't give her pop just because, but like this is simply just hard and soft rock.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the most pop is like Midnight Sky, I guess you could say. But like it's still very like, to me it's very traditional, like hard and soft rock of the 80s.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that Dua Miley collab real quick?
Yeah.
Didn't we talk about it on our Candid Nonsense?
We talked about the
Video.
Oh,
I didn't listen to the song before the album, honestly.
I like
but
the song.
I really love that song.
Yeah.
And I really love Dua Lipa. Like, a lot.
Pat Better Tired.
Pat-
No, I can't find it. Is it and Pat Nigel's coming up?
Type in Love is a Battlefield. That's the name of the song.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
I didn't remember the song.
What were you looking up?
No, I was looking up like 80 artists like Pat. Like, I didn't remember the song.
She had another song that I love too. Oh, another song that I love too.
There's so many songs that I love. Like, Hate Me is really good.
I like that one
Hate
a
Me
lot.
is one of my
Benatar.
Yes.
Benatar.
Yes.
Oh, there's so, like, I need to look at my list. Let me see. I made a top list.
So my top, well, the ones that have stars next to was Hate Me, Angels Like You,
I like that one a lot.
Midnight
Yeah.
Sky, and Plastic Hearts.
I love
And
Plastic Hearts.
then these are very close. Like, these are up there too, but they didn't make my top. It's just High, Never Be Me, and Prisoner.
When Midnight Sky, like, I liked it, but I didn't really love it. And I've had, also maybe because when it first came out, I didn't really love it, and they played it at work sometimes, and I was like, this is my chance to really love it, and like, I like it, and I'll play it. If it comes on, I'm probably not gonna change it, but something just not really like sitting in my heart.
It's the lyrics that speak to the lyrics throughout this album, amazing, first off.
Yeah.
But it's the I was born. I think of she's talking to Liam. That's what probably it is. And she's like, I was born to run. That gets me.
I love the lyric change of like sweat dripping off her face, or like something, whatever, like is like first is the female, like the first two choruses, and then she switched to like a guy at the last part. And I always love a good like subtle lyric change. Like Potential Breakup Song is why it's one of my favorite songs, because that subtle lyric change at the end, it really
Ali and
gets me.
Ages Potential. Is that okay?
It's a great song.
It is.
I like a little slight lyric change, and I really enjoy that with Night Sky. I like the Edge of Midnight remix.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah.
Okay, it's a different spin. Like, I like Midnight Sky as like by itself, but the extra guitar, and then I forgot what song is blending with, which like, but there's like when Stevie comes in, she's singing like a different song.
Oh, I liked that a lot better. Yeah,
I like both. It's a different vibe to me, because like you mix in the other, and I love Stevie Nicks, so anything she comes on, I'm just a little bit more partial to, but I like that mix as well.
Yeah. I keep on saying this. I don't know why I can't remember Stevie in the song. I don't know if it's because I'm not paying attention, because I'm like, oh, it's Midnight Sky, like a rendition, but I keep on forgetting to like hone in on like, Onyx, pay attention.
Do you not hear when they switch songs? Like, it's not Midnight Sky the whole thing.
I think
there's two songs being blended.
I can't remember. I don't know why I can't remember, and I've listened to this album multiple times.
Okay.
I don't know why. I'm sorry. Like it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, any last comments? Praise.
I love both.
Oh, you want to rate both the albums?
No, I don't.
I don't want to do that at all.
No, we should.
I don't want
Let
to.
it grade.
I mean, we've rated all the other ones.
Yeah.
But
Consistency.
Honestly,
Honest.
I don't want to.
But like,
commit.
I understand.
I don't either.
But I feel like it's consistency. And also,
Okay,
like,
someone
our
else go
audience
first.
should know our opinions.
Oh my
We shouldn't
gosh.
hold back.
Oh
We've
my
said our
gosh.
opinions.
We did, but like, let it grade. Okay, we can start with Miley.
You go
then
first,
Meg.
Phoenix.
Miley?
Do both.
Oh, both. Okay. I will just do Meg. I'm gonna say C minus.
Okay. Okay.
Honestly, I'm being nice.
Okay, that's not was gonna give her. Oh, I don't want to say.
Okay,
I'm
I'm-
gonna say
okay.
D plus
Okay.
D
I'm
plus.
sorry.
Okay, and then for
Okay,
Miley.
yeah.
because I only like one song from that. No, two songs. The one
Okay.
with Young Thug and the one with Lil Durk.
Okay, and then for Miley.
And for Miley, solid A.
Okay.
I feel so bad.
Okay.
Okay, Lauren,
A minus.
why are you looking away?
A minus.
Okay, I just remember when I said she doesn't personally work for me as just like a female rapper in general, as rapper in general. Okay, even with the old stuff, like for me personally, she's just not like, you know, if I'm ranking my top 5 female rappers right now, she's personally just not there. Image, brand, love her.
Does not answer the question, Lauren. Give a letter.
I knew she's.
Say, I don't think I heard you, Lauren.
To me, it's an F.
Sorry, I
Okay.
knew she was gonna
Yeah.
do it. I
It's
knew
a
she was
bomb.
gonna do
I'm
it.
sorry. Like I failed the test. Like, and it's the test. I just it was like
Oh my gosh.
it literally was a chore to get
I
through
didn't
this
want to
album.
finish it.
Yeah, me either.
I don't know how I finished a whole
my
Phil
gosh.
Millie album with like listening. While I was trying to get through Meg's discography, I finished all of Phil Millie's albums somewhere. That I didn't remember clicking on it. I don't remember what. I don't know. But I added like 3 more Phil Millie songs to my anyway. And then Miley, it's not so bad, and this is just really bad. Let's just say, I just want to say in the beginning, the idea of doing a Miley Meghan collab,
I
Makes
expected
sense.
a lot more positive
was
words
like
on both
power.
sides.
I thought it would be
I thought it was
more.
power.
I thought it was gonna be, oh, which one do we like? Which one do we like?
Yeah,
more?
I thought there would be more Miley that I didn't like, and then there'd be more Meg I liked.
Yes.
To be quite honest, I thought I'm gonna get I thought B's for both.
Both.
Yes.
Same.
I was thinking, I'm not gonna love everything Miley does, but
Yeah.
because every single album she's put out, I like a lot, but there's always there's songs you don't like.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but she's just it's a solid A, and I
Yeah.
really hate this
Yeah.
AF, and it's not them personally,
Yeah.
because as a person, she does not get an A.
No.
And Meg does not get an F. As people, as women, these are not judging them. These are
Are you-
And
clearly
we're
this album's-
we're not putting them against each other. These
No,
are,
no.
we're
Just
looking at
separate
the
ratings.
isolation.
Yes.
Isolation, guys.
Because they're
But
two
Tina
different
Snow,
genres.
Tina Snow would not be an F for me.
No.
Yeah.
Lauren, okay,
we get
We'll move on.
it. So I'm giving good news, some bad news. I'm just kidding.
No, cut it.
I'm sorry.
Cut the tape.
I had to be corny.
Cut it.
I give it a D. I give it a D. And then Miley, I give an A minus. And I'm thinking back on past albums we have graded, and
This is one of the highest ratings.
yeah,
We've never,
I don't think I've ever given anyone an A minus.
Because we haven't. If we had done Ungodly Hour, A plus,
A
plus,
plus.
plus. We didn't do a
Rena?
A plus, plus, plus. Rena.
A plus.
Ooh,
Yeah,
yeah,
talking about a snub who, if you're gonna talk about someone who should have crept into
At least
who is
new
this girl?
artists.
FKA
Yeah,
and Rena.
Yeah.
Both were outside choices they could have brought
yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna say A. I was gonna say A minus for Miley, and then for Meg.
What?
So,
What?
No, yeah, I was being way too nice.
I was gonna say D because I didn't want to do, and then Lauren said F, so I was like, okay, so now I can't do
No,
it.
honestly,
I think-
I do want to give it an F, but I just can't do that.
I'm
to
gonna
my
say
good
D
sis.
minus.
Okay,
I
D
have-
minus. It's a D minus.
Okay,
I'm a-
D minus. So Lauren, you're the only one who said F. Haha.
I hate how I
to be
went
quite
from a C
honest,
minus to D minus.
I'm gonna sleep just fine. Because I'm just being truthful to my ears.
I really want, she's not gonna hear this, but I hope if this goes out into the world, maybe
people are gonna trash.
it will be
us.
received. But there was no reason for her album to be that mediocre, and it
No
needs. I need to take a break.
She need to
first off.
regroup.
You need to regroup, and you need to surround yourself with better people that will actually push you and not just. I feel like she has a lot of yes people around her right now,
Yeah.
or something, because that no way this album should have been certified.
Okay. All right. This has been
Yeah.
a long.
This is the law.
Oh, yeah,
the
sorry.
pod.
Sorry.
So we're gonna end it right here. Don't trash us in the comments,
Please.
But if you do,
I mean, yeah.
it's our opinion. So
So what are you gonna do? They're not
what?
changing.
And what? It's an F. And what?
Okay. So, Don't forget to follow us on Spotify and subscribe to our Apple Pod. We're also on Amazon, so like check
Rate
it out.
rate
there.
us. Scroll down a little
Please
bit and
rate
rate us.
5 stars. You know,
5
1,
stars.
2, 3, 4.
Like leave a little like comment so we can like comment back. You know, we want to be interactive with you guys. And
we're on
we're
YouTube.
on YouTube. Subscribe there. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter. Gems_talking.
Do we always say Twitter with an accent?
I
feel like
can't
every
help
time
it.
we
Twitter.
say it, we
It's
all
just
go.
so fun.
Gems underscore.
However, it is.
Gems underscore talking.
And then-
Instagram. Talking gems.
Talking
Yeah,
gems.
Talking Gems on Instagram. And there you go. That's the episode.
Yes.
Thank you for listening, guys.
Bye.
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 Besos.
Besos.